السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه قال أكمل المؤمنين إيمانا أحاسنهم أخلاقا أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Is narrated from the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم that he said that the believer who has the most complete iman is the one who has the best character. So in this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, he highlights that there's a direct correlation between iman and good character. And this is something that we often neglect. Whenever we think of deen, we think of the acts of worship, we think of these more technical aspects of the deen. But we also forget and neglect this very important aspect of deen, which the Prophet ﷺ in many ahadith highlighted the importance of, and that is having good character towards other Muslims as well as even people who are besides Muslims. And it is mentioned in a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, إِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ, that have only been sent to perfect moral character. So it's as if the Prophet ﷺ was only sent for this purpose, meaning he's highlighting how important this aspect of the deen is. And so a person could have very good character, even if he does not do so much optional worship, but his character is at a very high level. He treats others as he wants to be treated, as mentioned in the hadith that we discussed earlier. And so this person reaches a very high status in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to the point where he becomes the one who has the highest level of iman. And it's mentioned in another hadith that إِنَّ الْمُؤْمِنَ لَيُدْرِكُ بِحُسْنِ خُلُقِهِ دَرَجَةَ الصَّائِمِ الْقَائِمِ, that a person, a believer, by virtue of his good character, actually reaches the status of a person who consistently fasts and consistently stands in night in prayer. So there may be a person who puts in so much effort at nighttime, he's waking up early, 1 hour before Fajr, 1.5 hours before Fajr, they're praying for so long. Another person who's fasting, we're not talking about the fard fast, obviously, that everybody has to do, no matter you have good character or bad character. But we're talking about nafil fasting. So now this person fasts so much nafil fast throughout the whole year. He's doing Mondays and Thursdays. He's doing ayyamul bid, the 3 days every single month. And another person may not be doing all of these things, yet they have good character. They treat other believers in the best possible manner. And so this person who has good character becomes equivalent to that person who does a lot of extra worship just by virtue of his good character. So this is something that we should not neglect. The Prophet ﷺ, as we know, had the most iman than anybody that ever stepped foot on the face of the earth. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala specifically praised his character, and he said, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ, and indeed you are upon great character. The Prophet ﷺ had the best character of anyone to step foot on the face of the earth. And if we read the beautiful ahadith of the Prophet ﷺ regarding his character and the way he acted with other people, we will find that he indeed had the best of all character. So it is important for us to learn about what is good character, because sometimes when we hear, okay, we have to have good character, we just think, okay, all the mannerisms that I learned from other people, that I learned from my parents when I was young, that I learned from maybe even non-Muslims at school, that's what we talk about when we're talking about character. But the actual fact is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to teach us every single aspect of the deen, and that also includes good character as well. There may be certain things that are considered good manners by non-Muslims, but in Islam it is different. The way we have to deal with others is different than what other people consider to be good character. So that is why it is important for us to learn what is good akhlaq, good character, from the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and from what the deen of Islam teaches us. And that entails that we have to learn the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So again, to wrap it up, the better our character is, the higher our level of iman will also be. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all tawfiq wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.